Oh, wow, you got tagged.
Look at that. The price you pay.
Oh, if Sean could bathe and smoke constantly.
I bet you that's a thing in certain Norwegian countries.
But there you can see
Oh,
side.
man. Greens are a-poppin'. We're supposed to get below freezing in 2 days, 2 nights. So we're gonna cover this up with some frost cloth, and the little tiny seedlings that are starting to pop up here, we're gonna cover them up as well. Maybe put that glass that I have over them. I think that will be a nice entree into the gardening season. I think after that we can actually get the rest of the beds planted with sweet potatoes, with okra, with tomatoes, with squash, with all the goodies. But we'll get there when we get there. First things first, today we're going to make some bacon. Finally put that stuff to the test and actually try it out. And we're gonna clip the turkey wings and release them to be with the flock at large, the chicken flock at large. So stick around because 2 pretty big events happening. Bacon and turkeys this weekend.
All right, so we're getting the bacon out of the fridge. Henry is down for a nap, so that's why I'm being quiet. It's been sitting in there for about a day. We took it out of the bags. I keep saying we, it was I rinsed it, put it in the fridge to form the pellicle, which is just kind of where the skin hardens up a little bit on it, or the outer layer hardens up a little bit. And so now we are gonna take these bad boys out to the smoker.
Tell us why we have the smoker all the way over there.
Really?
Why do we have the smoker all the way over there?
Because we're weird. We were burning it off, so we cranked the temperature really high on it to burn off the excess fat and grease. I said grease. So I say greasy, and Sean, it annoys him to death that I say greasy because he says it's greasy, and I say no, it's greasy. It sounds greasier when you say greasy.
It does indeed.
So
it's not spelled with a Z, but I appreciate the sentiment.
burning off the grease.
All the smoke made it an unpleasant affair when it was tucked right next to the house.
I didn't want all the smoke getting into the house because smoke is good when you want something smoked, but when you're just sitting around in your house, I don't know. I don't really want to smell smoke when I'm just sitting around in the house. Sean would probably. If Sean could bathe and smoke constantly.
I bet you that's a thing in certain Norwegian countries.
He would.
Smoke
if
bathing.
Sean could just constantly be in a state of smoke, not that kind, but smoke or fire smoke.
Yes. Okay, what temperature?
Turn it to 180.
So how long are we going to keep this in here for?
Until these reach an internal temperature of 150. So
okay.
I'm going to come out here intermittently and check on them. I'm going to put it on the top rack. I just want this to go really low and slow. I don't want it to burn, obviously. And really, ideally, I'd like to, well, I think 200 would be okay. You don't want all the fat to render off of these. You want some fat on your bacon, obviously. You got to be careful on these pellet grills because the heat isn't distributed evenly. So I'm going to come out and check on them intermittently, wait till it reaches the internal temp of 150, and then we'll take these bad boys off and put them in the refrigerator to harden up.
Oh no, he's coming after me. Oh no. I'm gonna get him.
So we just took these off of the smoker, got an internal temperature of 150. You don't want to overcook them because you don't want the fat to render too much. The lighting is probably not great.
It's actually pretty good.
But there you can see
side. Man. Oh, it smells incredible too.
We're gonna refrigerate these, and once you refrigerate them, they're much easier to slice, so you slice it up and then you can fry it from there. But I think we have to have a little sample piece.
Oh.
This isn't as thin as I would like it to be, but
this is just a sample.
Well, you gotta wait till it's cool to slice it, but we have to at least sample it.
Oh, look at that.
That's how I divide it fair. I put all of it in my mouth. Okay, hold on. Now this is a very edge piece, so.
What do you think? Be honest.
It's a little salty for my liking, but that was like the very outside piece. So the very outside piece is going to get the most
salt. Yeah.
Oops. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite, but
We are in the very. I see what you mean by salty. It is salty, but it's really good. The meat itself is incredible.
It is really good. Oh, actually, the first piece that I got was mostly meat. I got a piece with more fat in it, and that helps balance it. I think when we cut into this and fry it, it's going to be delicious. That very outside piece, though,
that collected all the salt.
Which I did rinse the salt off as called for in the recipe, but that very outside piece was a little too salty. Let's just do one more.
Yeah.
Why not?
What do you think? I think yes.
Now, we also plan is to fry these up, but it's a safe temperature to eat right now, so it's kind of like pancetta right now.
And we're going to put these in the fridge tonight, right?
Yes, because they're much easier to slice when they're in the fridge. All right, Sean, there's a little bit of fat and that. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.
That's better.
That's much better. That's
Once you get
far
into
less
the
salty.
inside layer.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's rich.
That's good. That's
yeah.
good.
Okay,
The
I feel a
outside-
little better. I was a little nervous about the outside, but
Well,
oh, Henry, the inside
the inside is good.
is where it's at. It tastes so good.
Imagine taking that and frying it up. The outside tasted. I recently at a restaurant in Appalachia had country ham, and it even said on the menu, country ham is an Appalachian favorite, but it's not for the faint of heart. And I was like, oh, I'll try it. That's gonna be delicious. It was awful.
Yeah, it's very salty.
I didn't like it. It was like you bathed a pig in a salt mine. It was just horrible.
Quite salty. But this is not. This tastes great. That's
once we got into
so
the
we are
inside.
going to fridge this
I want
up.
another piece. I want another piece. What do you think, buddy?
He's very interested in it. He's been eating meat lately. So.
Yes, he loves steak. Yeah, we gotta have a little bit more of this. And then we gotta put it away because we gotta wait till it's cold to slice it.
Oh, that's a good-looking piece of
look at
bacon
that.
right there. Oh, yeah,
Look at
digging.
that.
You bite half of it, I'll take the other half.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's good.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, that's incredible.
That's good, Henry. That's good.
Okay.
All right, we've wrapped it. We're putting it in the fridge. We're gonna put it in there overnight, and then we will take it out and slice it.
Oh, I can't wait. It's so good. Thank you, Frank and Beans.
It's not a very cute picture. It just looks like a brown blob. But
It's a brown blob, but inside that brown blob is porky goodness. We'll see you tomorrow, porky goodness. Okay, so it's time for the turkeys to make their debut to the main flock. As those who have watched for a little while know, we did turkeys last year, and they served us well. We got a lot of meat out of them.
Oh, some great meat.
Some really good meat that we've all enjoyed here on the Yosted. So we liked the meat so much that we decided to get another batch of turkeys, another 8, in fact. One didn't make it, which is kind of why we got 8. We expected 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 to perish. But so far, 7 have made it, and they all seem very strong and healthy. They're big enough to where I feel comfortable with them fending for themselves out with the main flock. So before we let them out into the main flock, turkeys are prone to fly.
Prone to wander.
They're flighty birds, as you can attest to, because there have been
They would
more than
camp
one
out on
morning.
our roof.
Yeah, where Dad would walk outside in the morning and there'd be a turkey or 2 sitting on the roof because they can fly very well. So before we release them into the wider social atmosphere of the flock, the chicken flock, we're going to cut their wings. You'll notice that I'm wearing protective eyewear, and that's because even birds that small, they're not full-size turkeys, they can kick, and they can kick hard. I'm going to hold them up. I should be able to do them on my own. Dad's here for backup. I will probably clip both wings, or at least one wing on each bird, and let them out and see how they do. Let's do it. Okay.
So, Sean, you were saying you have some suspicions about some of these birds
So
being
Dad asked
toms?
a question off camera, and that is, how can you tell the difference between male and female turkeys? And the short answer is that you can't, and that's why you can't buy them sexed. You can only buy straight runs of turkey chicks, turkey poults. However, once they get a little older, and now they're starting to get a little older, you'll note that some have their wings kind of outstretched like this.
Right.
I think those are toms, and the ones that have their wings kind of tucked back, I
Right.
believe. So see the difference there between that one, who's got his wings kind of
Yep.
out to the side, and that one has the wings tucked in.
Okay.
My theory is that the ones with the wings tucked in are the females, and the ones that stick their wings out a little bit are the toms.
Oh.
Because when toms get big, you know they kind of walk like this.
Yeah, they do.
Um,
Especially if you let them live like twice the length of their.
which we did.
They're massive.
Okay, scissors. I got scissors. Eyewear. I got eyewear. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to grab a bird. Let's get the tripod set up just in case you need to help me, Dad.
All right.
There we go. And along. right, sit, grab them, tuck their wings. She didn't freak out.
Oh wow, you get tagged.
Look at that. The price you pay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the door open, let them come and go as they want. I'll take the stock tank out later, but in the meantime, I've gotta go clean up because
Yeah.
I got tagged pretty good. Poop and some other wet substance. I'm guessing more poop all over my pants and shirt here, which is not good. So it's a small price to pay for clipping these turkeys' wings. Okay, now the chickens are going in there. Any fisticuffs? I don't think so. Now, these chickens have lived alongside these turkeys for some time. They've just been separated by the hardware cloth, but now they're actually in each other's grill. We'll see if any hijinks ensue.
They'll work it out.
I'll work it out. Well, anyways, Dad, thank you for helping. I know it was a somewhat messy process, but worth it. Now those turkeys shouldn't have to worry about them flying on top of your roof for some time.
Yeah, for a little while anyway.
Oh, more chickens are coming in.
Yeah, they are. Checking things out.
Oh. So the interflock dynamics will have to work themselves out, but so far it doesn't seem too bad. We'll see how they do.
Yeah, they're probably going to be. They're going to have to establish the pecking order among the turkeys as well, I would imagine.
So far it doesn't seem all that bad. I'm pleased to see that.
Yeah.
Oh. There's a little bit of pecking going on. We'll let them work it out. Related topics on the Yosted today: bacon, pork, and turkey. Both animals that aren't too terribly hard to raise if you've got a few acres. And now that we've been through this a few years, I think my favorite meat animal is probably going to be turkey. But next to it, I did like the pigs, and we may get pigs again. We'll just be careful about how we move them around. And then obviously we've talked about getting sheep in the future. I think that's still in the cards. But in terms of my favorite meat animal to raise, it's probably turkeys. And a lot of that comes down to the fact that we love turkey. Not everyone likes turkey. It's not everyone's favorite meat, but Holly and I love turkey. I'm happy to continue a turkey program. One thing that I do want to talk about a little bit more, I mentioned it a few videos back when we got the turkey poults. Turkey poults are getting more and more expensive, so I may want to start thinking about breeding some of our turkeys. We'll see who's a male and who's a female, who's the healthiest looking. Again, yeah, I may look into actually breeding, getting some eggs and raising my own turkey chicks, my own turkey poults. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, it's been a productive day. We've made bacon. We got the turkeys ready to move out. Things are good. Things are calm. Things are peaceful. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I really do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us, our family here at the Yosted. And until we see you again next time, remember, as always, slowly, slowly.